Hello everybody, Federation here, and today we're going to be playing a bit of Startup Company. I figured, seeing as I am a startup YouTuber, why not play a bit of Startup Company? I'm just going to first of all go in and change some of these audio levels because the music is a little loud. There we go, that's a bit better. So this is a new game that's only come out in the last few weeks or so, but yeah, it's kind of a little bit addictive. I've played a few hours and I wanted to share it with you. So let's hop in and start a new game. What should we call ourselves? Let's call ourselves Federation Valley. Will do. We'll hit the continue button as it loads in. So basically, as the name sort of suggests, this is a company where you're a startup. Okay, so you're going to be creating components. Eventually up here you can create products, so you can make your own. You can be the next YouTube, you can be the next Twitter, Facebook, whatever you happen to be. Alright, first things first, we need some money. We have $0 up here at the moment, which is not conducive to actually being a successful little business. So we are going to take out a loan. We're going to take out $40,000 and we're going to have to pay about almost $7,000 interest over the course of the year. So some fairly steep interest there, but we need the money, so we're going to take that loan. Yes, please. Done. Okay, we're getting some emails up the top here, so we're just going to close out of that for the moment. We're going to have a look at our emails because it's bouncing away telling us what we want to do. Jonas is the developer, and he's popped some emails in here for us. So he's welcoming us to Startup Company. And it gives you some objectives here. So it's telling us to go to finance, take out a loan. Done that. Excellent. So it's telling us to hire a sales executive to generate some contracts. You make money by generating or completing contracts rather. And then to complete your first contract, you'll need to hire a developer and develop the required components. Okay, so we'll do those things. Thank you, Jonas. We'll delete that. And good old Easy Money just saying thank you for borrowing $40,000. Of course, they're happy that we're borrowing money because it means when they're lending money, they are also making money. So we'll delete that as well. Close our inbox. Okay, here is our little, here's our little lot. It's only a very small little building, but we're a startup, so that's what you would expect. Okay, we've got our little buttons down here, so we've got our purchase items. This is where we go in and purchase the items for our store. We've got our finances here. This is where we took out our loan, but this also shows our next 30 days of expenditure and then income as well. So at the moment we are not in such a great shape because we've got no income. We'll fix that shortly. And then transactions, which will show transactions. I don't look at that screen very much. Generally, as long as our budget here is alright, our transactions are kind of, well, they're there if you want to have a look at them. What else have we got here? So this is our inventory. So as we create components, they will appear here, and so we can see what we've got lots of or what we haven't got much of. Over here you've got contracts, so it shows all your current contracts. You can also look at all your completed contracts. Obviously that is empty at the moment. We haven't done anything. Employees, we're going to be coming back here in a moment because we're going to be recruiting some, but this shows here all of your current employees. It shows you, you can go in here and recruit employees, whole range of different employees here that you can do, most of which won't be really relevant to us to begin with, but we'll work our way up. And candidates, so as applications come in, they will appear here. We'll look through them and we'll choose the best ones. Over here you've got your company profile. As you can see, we're right at the bottom of tier 1 at the moment. We need to move our way up to get more things, allow more employee benefits, better products, more expensive contracts, just generally become a better business. So we will be looking to increase that rating. Benefits, staff benefits, as they become unlocked, you can do things for your staff which increases their mood. As it says over here, the work environment rating, the WER. So some staff require a certain work environment rating rather. And some products you can't place them unless you've got a sort of a high quality office. So buildings, we're starting off on the small one. As you can see, we can only have 8 workstations, then 20, then 50, etc. So we'll push through these relatively quickly, but there's some big dollars required to get through these as well. So we're just going to stick where we are for the moment. And then you've also got competitors. There are lots of competitors out here. So you can sort it by product type, etc. So we've got a shopping platform, eBay, sound familiar? Amazon, 229 million, sorry, 229 million users. So they've got, and that's only 59% of the market share. So it's a pretty big market because there's 140 million over here on eBay. So social media, Friendbook has 1.6 billion. Yeah, that's a lot of people. So we're a long way off catching these guys. I mean, look at this. You're sort of talking, it's only 5% or 4%, and they've still got 4 million users. So we're going to have to do a lot of work when we go to create our products to actually to catch them up. But we'll get there in due course. So let's do something. Let's place some furniture to begin with. We need some desks. We can only go with the beginner workstation to start with. Notice they give you this office bonus, 1%. So this is adding to that WER, that work environment rating we were talking about. So every little thing you add adds a little bit of, just adds a little bit of something. Even the walls do. Funnily enough, people like privacy, albeit that they are glass walls, so they don't give you that much privacy. All right, let's pop in some workstations. So I'm going to want probably 3. Now if you hold down shift when you click, it just allows you to place multiple. So we're going to chuck in 3 developers. I need a sales sort of manager, and then eventually I'm going to have a manager to manage these developers. Oops, escape. Because what I want to do, what you'll see is when you start here, you have to keep telling them what to do every time. So they'll complete the component you ask them to, and then straight away they will stop, and they will need to be given more instructions as to what they are to do. So yeah, we need to obviously, as soon as you've got a manager engaged, then these guys just auto-complete, and they just keep going over and over and over again, which is what you want, because otherwise you're going to be going crazy doing lots of clicks and the like. Okay, so let's hire some staff to start with. So they say get the salesperson going first, but it's kind of, I don't get that, because then you've got contracts you've got to fulfill, but you haven't got anybody building the components, which means then you end up missing out on the contract. So I want to get some people in to start with to start building those. Let's go to recruitment. So let's go down to developers. We're just going to start with beginner. Basically, you unlock, we can't go to intermediate and expert anyway because we're not at tier 5 or tier 10. We're only up here at tier 1 at the moment, and 0% of the way up to the next level. You can run them for multiple days. At this stage, as it says, the longer the more candidates. 1 day will be fine, like especially at beginner level. When you start getting up to the top level, you probably may want to run campaigns a little longer in order to attract more candidates. But at beginner level, you're going to get heaps of candidates. It's going to cost us $1,760, so we're going to hit start recruiting. It's telling us the game is paused at the moment, so that means obviously at this stage we're not actually going to see anything happening, but that's fine. At this stage we can unpause it and let some things happen because we've got to get some candidates in, so we just hit spacebar and we unpause that. Time passes pretty quickly, as you can see. So now we are just going to sit back and we are going to wait for some, then there we go, our first application. Inez Lowe has applied. So let's just have a look. I'm possibly not going to recruit the first person that comes in, but we'll just have a look anyway. So this is what it looks like. More will appear here as they come through. That's why I'm just letting it play through. She's a developer, obviously. This is like their work, like their productivity, I guess, if you like. So her base level of productivity, excuse me, it is, oh, there we go, they're coming in now. Well, as I was saying, is 109%. And that's not too bad. but then you see 149. Now yes, you're paying an extra $400, but that's actually not too bad, because it means they're going to produce the components faster. And then when you've got managers managing them, that can increase that productivity. So you're not going to get much higher than 150% on a level 1 sort of candidate. So I'm looking straight away at Estelle and Elma, these first two, 146, 149, pretty good. So I'm definitely going to be wanting to hire them. I'm just going to pause for a second, because I will take both of those. So we'll go higher and we'll go higher. We'll take both of those. For the moment though, I'm not going to worry about these two, because I'm not much interested. I'll close that off. It's a bit dark here because it is the next day, or it's, what is it, 10:39 at night, and this game doesn't seem to have lights. So let's pop Elmer in here, and I'm going to get him to make just a basic UI component. Costs $1,000 to research that, and now I've just got to click to say yes, I definitely want you to make that. Notice here I can't auto repeat yet because I need a manager in order to do that. And that's a great button once you actually get a manager there to be able to do that. You can also go in here and schedule. We can't change the hours of work yet for them until we've got HR manager, and the HR manager comes in a fair bit later in the game. I've never actually bothered to employ an HR manager. I haven't really seen the need yet for it. I'll have to investigate that more as to whether or not it is actually necessary. We've got some stats here which shows how much salary they're being paid. Again, here you see base speed, office bonus, onus boffice is what I was going to say, but office bonus 5%, so 156% productivity is working out, which is pretty good, I would say. Employment 0 days, so it hasn't even started yet. Okay, so this is where the WER, the work sort of environment rating comes in. In order to be sort of happy, if you like, he has to have at least a 1% office, which is a pretty base sort of standard, I would have thought. Ours is 5%, so that's good. Hasn't had a vacation. We can send them on vacation later. They will get stressed out after a while and need a vacation. Alright, cool. So he is working on the UI component. That's done. At this desk. Oh, come on. There we go. Sometimes the clicking doesn't really work so well. Estelle Ray. We select her. I'm going to get her to do the back-end components. We're going to confirm that. Just click on that to say, yes, we definitely want you to work that. Cool. It has this little jump to start of the day sort of feature, so because it realizes that everybody's gone home for the day. You can let it cycle through if you want, but that's kind of boring. So we're just going to hit jump to the start of the day, and I'm going to unpause it. I thought some more applications might have come in, and it hasn't. Oh, now ad's over. Well, that's disappointing. That is disappointing. Alright, let's just, for the moment, let's go for a sales executive, because I reckon those two might just be enough to begin with, rather than running another campaign. So let's go with a sales executive. The reason I was disappointed there, normally, if you run an ad and it goes overnight, you'll come back the next day and there'll be like 5 or 10 applications will have come in, and it kind of makes it a whole lot easier, because you can pretty much just cherry pick the ones you want and see you later to the rest. So we'll go for a sales executive now. So the sales executive, it says there, it says to increase the number of new contracts. Well, I suppose we've got 0 at the moment, so anything would be an increase. So we definitely need a sales executive. We're going to start recruiting. Just a beginner again. We can't do anything higher. 1 day is all we need to start recruiting. Let's go. As you can see, our employee here, Elmer, has done his one component and he's going, I don't know what to do now. So we're going to tell him, just do what you were doing before, mate. And off we go again. Tap, tap, tapping away on the keyboard. I was about to say tap, tap, tapping on the glass. That's a Dear Evan Hansen reference if anybody is into musical theatre, as I am. Yep, same old, same old. This is why you need a manager, because otherwise you sit here just click, click, clicking. Alright, and he's done again. Go again. And again. And I'm just going to pause because I want to have a look at who we've got. Whoa, 150. Thank your mother for the rabbits. Okay, so we will hire you, and I'm going to stop this campaign because we don't need anyone else. You don't get any money back, but I don't need any more applications coming through because I've got an awesome sales guy here. Some of these options here, you can see they're grayed out. We can't do those because at the moment he is a beginner level. We'd need to upgrade him, which you can't do before tier 5. So yeah, you can't change any of these sort of things. So as well, auto repeat. Again, he needs to be managed by a manager in order to facilitate that. Search for contract is what we're going to do now. Unpause. He's very quickly trying to find a contract, although no, he's gone home for the day. He's had enough. Didn't actually do anything, but alright, next day. So they're all working away. Coming, ding. There we go. We are waiting instructions. Let's have a look at what contract we've got. Alright, high urgency. It's always nice to see because high urgency means high money. So, Friend Book. That sounds like a good name. Friend Book, which is a company in this game, has decided that they need a couple of modules here, and so as it so happens, we have them here. I know that these two are used a fair bit to begin with, because they're like the most basic level of equipment. They do get used in a lot of things, so that's why I sort of chose them. The only thing you've got to watch is that with high urgency, you've got a shorter time frame in which to produce it. If you don't produce it in that time, then clearly you're going to, you're not going to get any money, which is not good. And people like this company won't come back to you again. They'll, as it says, well, even if you decline it, there's a 30-day cooldown period for that specific company. Like, so if you do it too often, these companies just aren't going to come back to you again, funnily enough. So $1,980 if we complete this, and you can see here it requires one UI component and one backend component. We have 4 of those and 2 of those sitting in supply, so I can accept that contract and straight away I can deliver it. Boom, $1,980 into our bank account straight away. See, like I said, past due fee. So if you miss that deadline, they start taking it off, and eventually, of course, you don't get anything out of it. Excuse me while I have a drink. That's better. So, and we get some XP as well. XP gained. So we that helps push us towards the next level. In fact, we are at the next level. You do push through the tiers pretty quickly to start with. We can now hire a designer if we wish, which we will need for some graphical components. And we have some new furniture items. So we have, it doesn't actually say what they are, but look, that looks like a little filing cabinet or set of drawers. We have a couch and coffee. So pretty much everything we need to run an office there, I would suggest. So we're at tier 2, which is awesome. Well done to us. Alright, search for another contract. More money, please. And unpause. We better get him continuing on with this, and get her continuing with that. Pause again. The reason I'm pausing so much is just because otherwise these guys are going to finish and they're going to be sitting there wiggling away, wanting something to do, and it's very inefficient. So once we get a manager going, I'll be letting it run because I'll be working away in the background. Respond to contract. Low urgency. See, $720, not so much. But honestly, at this stage, I just take everything because it's still $720, and bang, it goes straight away. And it's XP, and at this stage you want XP because XP then allows you to make more stuff, and hire better people and all that sort of stuff. Like, it's good. You want it. So alrighty, keep plugging away. Obviously there are always other things. Some of these are locked, but alright, another contract. High urgency, that's good. See? We now need a network component for this. 24 hours left. I can't actually see what the time is up there. I've just got to be careful, because sometimes if you accept something right before the end of a day, and then all of a sudden it's night time, you lose 12 hours straight away. And we've got to have somebody make this network component. So I'm going to have to tell one of the people we've currently got, or I need to hire another person. And I might hire another person, because then they can be making it all the time, because we're going to require these network components relatively often. But it is $3,300, which is awesome money. Like, that's really, really good. So it's probably worth hiring another person in order to do that. So let's accept the contract. So we can't deliver it now because we do not have the required parts. It's coming up red as well. So I'm just going to do that. We are going to now... I've still got some candidates left over from there. That's fine. Let's do another developer. Can we look for a manager here? We should... Oh, unlocked at tier 3. Cool. So, developer. Just a level 1's fine. Start recruiting. Oh, it's only in the morning. That's alright. Cool. Notice he's managing contract at the moment, so... I will have to watch this though, because that means we've only got till about 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, so we really need to hopefully get a really awesome candidate, and we really don't have one thus far. Alright, let them keep coming in. I can always get one of these guys to make it, but I'll see how I go. Oh, he's gone home already. Gee, he goes home early, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Half his luck. And gone home as well. Okay, this is where I've got to be careful now. Hopefully some... oops, pause. I might have to go for a... Yeah, I might have to go for a substandard. Or actually, what I might... I don't know. They are cheaper. 121 is not terrible. It's not great either. I'm just mindful. I don't really want to stuff this one up. So what I might do at this point... Just pause on that for a second. I can go to my inventory here. I can go, cool, what have I got heaps of? I've got heaps of UI components. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you... I'm just going to unpause. I'll let him finish that. Cool, we've got another one now. So I've got 7. Then I'm going to say, unlock this. Now that... The other thing that's a bit frustrating, like... You'd think now that I've unlocked that, everyone should be able to make that, but no, only he can make that. If I want somebody else to be able to make it, then I've got to research it for that person. You kind of would have thought with a company, if they had discovered how to do something, they would tell everyone in the office, not just keep it to themselves, but apparently these guys like to keep things to themselves. So, yeah, cool. He's now going to make network component. Maybe I should have just done this from the start. But anyway, he's chipping away at it. Because we want to get that finished. See, 1 hour. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We're not going to get it done. I should have done that earlier. That was bad, 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 bad. That's poorly managed. I should have noted how long it was going to take to make that. We'll still get the contract done, but we're going to lose some serious dollars. So just get ready to pause it as soon as it's finished. Done, he's finished. Alright, let's have a look here. Yep, see, 2 hours behind. We're losing money here. So we'll deliver it, but we lost $600. Which is disappointing. Yep, that is disappointing. Oh well. These things happen. And our candidates have pretty much gone away as well. Yeah, right. Okay. Come on, mister. Search for another contract for us. Alright. Because we need money. Make another network component for us. And you keep making them. Just pause for a second. What contract are we... Oh, good. So he's making one of those. Mid-emergency, $2,000. That's not too bad. We'll accept that. So he's going to be finished this... Well, he's going to be finished tomorrow because he's gone home already. This is where you just got to watch it. Sometimes you can lose track because you go away overnight and suddenly you've lost 12 hours. Okay, so she's finished. Let's do some more of that. Get us another network. Go over here. We'll deliver that $2,000. Thank you very much. Search for another contract. We're almost up to tier 3 as well, which will give us a Yay, manager is what I was going to say. Game automatically pauses at this stage as well, which is good. So I definitely want to get a manager because I want to be able to manage those and not have to. I want the manager to be able to manage the employees, and so that I don't have to micromanage what they're doing. You can get a small retirement plan, which invests in the future of your employees by putting money into their retirement savings. That is, I think, what most people would call superannuation. Certainly that's what we call it here. So yeah, here we have our employers have to put 9.5% of our wage into an account which we can't get access to until at the moment I think it's notionally 67.5 or something along those lines, 65, 67.5, depends when you were born, but yeah, it's a good idea, certainly. I know some countries have more advanced systems, pay higher rates, but it's better than nothing. And we get a new sofa as well, or sort of seat where they had it back. Cool. Alright, so we need a manager, so we should put a shout out for manager, because then the manager can manage these guys. So let's go employees, let's go recruit, let's go manager, and just a beginner level manager. So basically with the difference with managers, certainly I know off the top of my head, because I know when you get to intermediate level you can manage 5 people. So a beginner manager can only manage 3, and then 5, and then I'm not sure, I've never had an expert manager, I'm assuming like 7 or something like that, but it's good to be able to, and it becomes more efficient, so you don't need as many managers later in the game because you want lots of employees to do lots of other stuff. So excuse me. So let's have a look. Let's start recruiting for a beginner manager. Alrighty, let's keep going. Let's see what our next contract is. So medium emergency, $2,000. Yep, again we can do this because he's about to finish one of those. Although he's about to go home as well. He's not going to get it done before he goes home, I don't think. Cool, we've got one person applied for the manager's role. Oh, she's idling. Do that, please. Yeah, no, he's gone home for the day. As has the salesperson, and so has she. This is really not good. People are not applying for our jobs. 6 hours left. 132, that's not bad. He's got 7 hours till it. Let's just keep it running for a while. That please, go over here. $2,000, thank you very much. Search for another contract. So as you can see, to start with, you're just doing lots of little contracts like this, just to keep you rolling. Oh, cool! Another person applied. Who have we got? 95%. That's average. Okay, respond to contract. Oh, right. Encryption components. High urgency. 24 hours left. Okay, we can do this. We'll have to get both of them probably onto that. $5,280. It's definitely worth trying. Alright, so you are going to do an encryption component. Thank you very much. And then as soon as you'll finish that, you shall also do an encryption component. I do realise I'm spending like half of the contract value, but I probably should have been watching that a little more closely, because we're getting some very average managers applying here, which is not so good. Alrighty, we will call it there, I think, for this first episode. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Obviously this is a new channel, so I'm looking to get as many subscribers as possible and get a bit of a regular thing happening. So yeah, thanks very much. In the next episode we'll get this manager hired, and we will just go from there and build our business bigger and bigger and bigger. So until next time, I've been Federation. Thanks for watching.